Is supporting people with presentation skills and communication skills. What I find is that just because you've gone up an organisation and been promoted, it doesn't mean that you've necessarily grown in confidence when it comes to delivering your messaging. So today we're doing that. We're talking about, well, how can I do storytelling? How can I start with an opening hook? What are my key messages? What do I really want people to leave with today? So what we focus on is thinking about audience first and what we want that audience to think, feel, and ultimately do. And then we start working out, well, what do we want to say? What are the key messages and how do we bring it to life? Because people love stories. People connect to people when they're telling stories. But often when we're delivering more formal presentations, it can be quite dry and a bit too technical, and we haven't made that connection with the audience. So we're looking at what makes a good presenter, but also what makes a good presentation and a good pitch. And we've got all of those ideas together, and then we're building on that together as to how we can do that effectively using some of the frameworks that I teach them.
And of course, you have a background in broadcasting and journalism, so how do you apply this towards this training? You've mentioned storytelling, knowing your stuff and knowing your audience.
I worked for ITV for 15 years as a journalist and presenter, and I absolutely loved it, regionally and nationally. But what that taught me is how to tell stories and to do that effectively, and also really how to communicate our messages in a way that people understand and in language that they understand. So often we'll be doing a presentation and we'll put in words that we might not really be able to say properly, or we want to sound clever, or it's just because we've written it in a formal way. So what we talk about is writing for the spoken word, delivering messages that people can really understand. So yeah, I'm bringing my broadcast training and experience, but also I got a teacher training qualification, and I taught people in Jersey in the local college, students there, and I saw their confidence grow and their grades got better because they were learning these presentation skills, which people call soft skills, but they are business critical skills. And they're skills that we do need to learn. I'm not going to play the violin for you right now because that would be a disaster. I've never learned how to play the violin. And people think that maybe they should just be able to get up on the stage, but it is something that we need to take time to learn, to really hone our body language, our tone of voice, how are we standing, what are we conveying with our hands, and what are we doing? Because we're giving away messages through non-verbal signals as well as what we say.
And of course you've also applied that broadcasting training directly to broadcasting with some training at GBC as well, so can you tell us a bit about that?
It has been amazing working with the journalists and presenters at GBC. Such a talented team, really committed and dedicated, but it's been great to come in, to look at how people are sitting in the studio, and to really look at how we can have more of a conversation when we're delivering, because people relate to people, and what we want to try and do is make that connection in that way. So yeah, I've been working with the team, absolutely loving it, and it's brilliant to be having that relationship, and I'm going to be coming back more often to do a bit of mentoring and support.